Well, guess what? I'm back in the Sandhills. Got a worm snake right here under these random carpets. That's pretty cool. This one is super vibrant for this size. Usually the tiny juveniles are almost western worm looking like this, but this one looks crazy. Time to release this western looking eastern worm snake under its cover. All right, we just flipped this thing and got a racer. Not very happy. There were also tons of ants everywhere. So I'll just let this guy go. In his ant pile, I guess. There he goes. Whoa, we just flipped a skink and it went underwater. It's so weird, a little brown skink. What are you doing down there? Come up for air. All right, he's back on land, but that was so weird. All right, we're out cruising at night now. We got the first snake of the night, a tiny juvenile copperhead. That is so cool. Get this little guy out of the road. All right, gets the express service to the other side. All right, we got a Decay's brown snake, an awesome sandhill species. Just kidding, these guys are everywhere. Get this guy out of the road. Oh my gosh, we've been having such a horrible day so far. Barely any snakes, but now we're out. What? A neonate mud snake. I thought it was some kind of fossorial at first. That's how tiny it was. Oh my gosh. What an adorable little guy. Okay, I had to move him out of the road because a car came by. What an adorable little snake. Look at that belly. They're so vibrant as juveniles. I feel like the adults kind of lose their coloration as adults, but oh well. So cool. All right, we finally got it to sit still right here. You just didn't want to sit still, but they do when coil them like that. So got our picture. We'll probably release them soon. That's so cool. Okay, we found this little marsh. We're gonna release this little guy into. If he wants to. It's just floating. There he goes.
There you go.
He's a little lost, but he's got the spirit.
Yeah. Definitely moving way more efficiently.
Oh my gosh! We just found a mole king that literally just got hit, but it's alive.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay, well, unfortunately, this thing does have some guts spilling out. I tried to push some of it back in. I don't know how successful that'll be. But it's like so alert. It even like struck out just now. That is such a shame. Yeah, it's like tongue flicking and everything. Okay, well, there was an oncoming car, so I couldn't really see, but I just managed to barely center this rat snake. Oh my gosh. Well, good thing he's alive. We'll get him out of the road. All right, gonna release this rat snake. That's crazy that snakes are still moving. It's like 10:30 at night. Oops, he came back. There we go. All right, for our last find of the night, probably met up with some other people and they found us this. That's my lifer, Pine Barrens tree frog. What a cool little animal. Actually, the state frog of North Carolina. Oh my gosh!
Siren's still here.
A lesser siren, that's my lifer. 2 lifers right in a row, both amphibians. That is crazy. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's another siren. Its tail is heading into there. That is so cool. Well, this is pretty cool. We saw one of these last time, but here's a larval mud salamander. Seen a couple of them in this little puddle here. That is really cool though. Yeah, they're everywhere in this puddle. There's one, another one right there. There's several more spread throughout here. Well, here's a carpenter frog that's actively laying eggs. That's so cool. I've never seen a frog lay eggs in the wild before. Whoa. So I was looking at these Eurycia larvae, Eurycia arenicola, and look down here. There's a baby fasciata who's probably hunting them down. I'll just leave him to it. It looks like, in addition to the pine barrens, we have here a pine woods tree frog. Let me see if I can show you why it's called Hyla femeralis. So this is why they're called Hyla femeralis. They've got these little dots in the back of their femur. So that's why it's called femeralis. That's pretty cool. Both pine tree frog species. Okay, I found one last pine barrens tree frog sitting way up there. I'll just leave him there. All right, here's a third one. We've been trying to locate this guy forever, but he was just right here in this newly burned area. That's probably the last one of the night. We're going through some more trash this morning. We just flipped a worm snake. Second day in a row. This is the first snake of the day. But this is another really cool looking one. Kind of western looking, but eastern worm snake. All right, next snake of the morning is this little rat snake. Pretty dark one. Seems to be typical in this area. It's giving me a tail rattle. That's pretty cool. Looks like this guy's ready to go. Well, this is the first one of these I managed to get in hand this trip. This is a 6-lined race runner. Flipped it under that little shingle there. That is pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a pine snake. It's my lifer. These are actually a protected species here in North Carolina, so we're just gonna let it get off the path here. But that is insane. Oh my god. Oh, it's got some meals in it as well. There it goes. All right, we're out flipping now. We just got this. Seems to be an Atlantic coast slimy salamander. Something I'm used to seeing back where I am, but just let him go. He completely slimed me up. Honestly, I kind of deserve it. There it goes. All right, next flip is this gorgeous red-bellied snake. I've never seen one this orange before, but I think this is a gravid female as well, so we'll keep the interaction brief. That is so cool. All right, we just got the second red-bellied. This one is a lot more gray looking. It's got some interesting injuries right over there. Let it go. Back under here. Okay, we were flipping through this. Got a racer and another racer, but it's not a racer because it's a hognose. That's crazy. What a weird double flip. That's a cool melanistic hog as well. Wow. All right, we're gonna release this racer. There he goes. And under this rock, we got a worm snake, third one of the trip. Oh my gosh, you are not gonna believe this. Whoa. It's a Simus. What? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, what is happening? A non-Hogtober Simus is crazy. This thing is tiny, like what? Okay, I put a quarter next to it for scale so you can see how absolutely minuscule this thing is. Oh my gosh, I'm actually in shock right now. A pine snake and a Simus in the same day, plus a mud snake and a mole king last night. This is just insane, Sandhills. He's doing the caterpillar walk. Oh man, I love Simus so much. He's doing the thing. The Simus shuffle. He's taking 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. What a goofy looking animal. Okay, this guy's made considerable progress actually. He's been going at it. He stopped scooting along and he's full on moving. So hopefully he gets out of the road pretty soon. All right, he's down the embankment now, off the road pretty much. He was kind of slipping and sliding down there, but he should be good to go. That is so cool. Thank you for your presence and being my lifer. Oh my gosh. There he goes. So cool. Made it up all by himself. Proud of you, little guy. All right, we'll keep on cruising, but honestly, I think my month is made. This is insane. Well, it looks like we cruised a snake. There's a cottonmouth out. That's actually pretty cool. First one of the trip, actually, I think. Pretty neat. All right, well, he's going the wrong way. Let's try to get him over to the other side. Cooperative cottonmouth. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, we got it. Okay, well, he decided to come back on the road. So I'm gonna like fully escort him out. But honestly, this is probably gonna be the last find of the trip. So I need to head back pretty soon, but what a successful trip this was. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.